The 2023 African Cup of Nations will kickstart in a matter of days. To precise, in the middle of January, we kickstart the tournament that looks and seems like the biggest competition on the face of Africa, and every team is preparing and gearing towards bettering their previous performance. So it's no surprise if you see teams camping and thereabout. But there's a question I've been meaning to ask, and it leaves me curious because I want to know really: does the terrain or the weather really matter when you are trying to prepare for a very big competition, the AFCON, so to say? I'll leave that to the end of the video to find an answer, and I believe you also can also drop your comments and your views about this particular question I just asked, because the Nigerian Football Federation have decided to take the Super Eagles to faraway Asia in Abu Dhabi to camp them in preparation for the AFCON tournament, which is supposed to be hosted in the Côte d'Ivoire in Ivory Coast, which is very close to home. So I'm wondering why we have to go far away in Asia to camp our players. But I don't want to think too far about that. I believe the performance when the game starts will probably prove me wrong. I want to believe. So I don't want to stress that further. But I'm still wondering, I'm still curious, and I expect that they're going to prove me wrong at the end of the day. But then again, the coach has also been vocal about saying that he knows what he wants to do and is prepared to do this. In fact, in his word, he said he signed up to get the Super Eagles job in order to win the African Cup of Nations, to bring back a trophy home. So it will be no surprise, basically, for us to go into the tournament and do wonderfully well. Of course, with the caliber of players that we have, the squad depth that we have a lot of players playing Europe at the moment and also doing wonderfully well. Of course, I can speak for the forwards, the midfielder. I can't really say much about the defense, but at least we have great midfielders like Iwobi, Joe Aribo, Undidi. We have Iheanacho up front. We have Osimhen. We have Ademola Lookman. We have Victor Boniface. So many to name but a few. So I'm not going to be surprised if they come up and they turn up really good in the tournament, because of course this is Super Eagles we're talking about here. So the last time we won this competition, this tournament, was way back 10, 11 years ago in 2013. Remember the Sunday Umbago. So this time around we are trying to bring it back home in style after about 10 years. So of course this team is capable of doing this. The only question will probably be in their delivery, because the coach has, since he got appointed as a manager in 2002, has played about 15 matches. Of course, he has won 6 out of these. He lost 6 as well, and then he drew 3. So this is not a record to boast of or confidently say we are pushing into the AFCON. So it rings some level of questioning, and then compared to other teams going into the tournament, we know that some teams have been playing, going in with an unbeaten run. For example, the Equatorial Guinea that we have in the same group as us since 2021 have played about 7 games. They won 5, they drew 2, and have lost none. So that's an unbeaten record against a team that we are going to be facing in the group stage. Of course, we are going to be facing the host country, to Côte d'Ivoire, which of course has a kind of impressive record. They've played 10 games in 2022, won 6 as well, drew 3, and lost 1. So this is a difference compared to we that have lost about 6 so far. So I don't know, it's still up for grabs. And then of course I still believe in the improvements of the squad, and I understand the coach should be given the free will to be able to do what he wants. Of course, we have expectations and we should be ready for criticism. Left to me, I want to give him the first 3 matches before I would say 1 or 2 things. Of course, let's see what he can do with the squad that he has. Then after the group stage, of course, I know we should be able to scale out of that group. It's difficult, but at least we should be able to scale out of that group with little or no hassle. So after that, then we'll start to judge his performance. So what do you think about the Eagles camping in Abu Dhabi?